All right, guys, we're doing push-ups. This is going to include your chest, shoulders, and triceps, and we're going to start from the easiest option to the most difficult option, and Nick gets to do it for us. So we're going to use the wall first for option 1. All right, so you want your hands, so if you take your hands and put them against the wall, make sure they're firmly planted on there and they're about chest height. Your feet are about shoulder width apart, and you want your hands just to be a little bit wider than your shoulders. Elbows are slightly in. And so what we want to do is making sure that back is nice and straight. You should be working your core on every strength exercise. When he goes down, he's going to go nice and slow and then pushing back nice and slow while keeping that plank form while going down. It doesn't matter what the feet do. If they come up a little bit, that's fine as well. You really want to make sure that your hands are about chest height when you're going down, so you don't want your hands to be any higher. So Nick is doing a great job keeping the spinal alignment, making sure that that back doesn't dip in when you go down to the door. Great job. We'll go into the floor onto option 2. This is going to be on your knees. And when you're on your knees, if you have a mat that's softer for your knees, that's always a good idea. And then you just want to make sure your feet are down on the floor, and that's going to make sure those abs you're using more often. So now what we want to do is we want to make sure that your hands are right under your shoulders. You're still in a plank position. If Nick walks out a little bit further, he can make it harder. Where he was at was going to make it easier to a box push-up. So that's easier. This is harder. You're still going into that alignment with your hands under your shoulders, maybe just a little bit wider, and elbows are in, nice and slow, keeping that back really strong. Pulling that belly is huge. And then when he goes down to stop, this is where you want to stop. You want to stop at that 90-degree angle. Your chest doesn't go further past the elbow height. Breathing through it and keeping the abs braced. So now we're going to go to option 3, which is on the toes. Feet just a little bit wider for better balance. See the plank position here. So you got to really make sure you're working those ab muscles nice and strong, pulling them in. And then same thing for the arms, stopping at that elbow height with the chest, pushing straight up and going nice and slow. The slower you go, the stronger you get sometimes, because you have to work a little bit harder. Good. And that concludes our push-up.